Sorry that it's kind of ovalish, but I'm using wide field view so I don't have to constantly pan the camera left and right. Look at all that firewood. Woohoo! You know, if they got the homeless people in here to rake all this crap up, and they paid them like, I don't know, 10 or 12 bucks an hour to do it, let me tell you, this place would look immaculate. This is for sale right off the boulevard, right next to American Mitsubishi. I think I had too much coffee because I'm shaking like a leaf. Moe's, Dollar Tree. Tolman's Tires is still in there even though they got a new shop. Okay, I gotta rotate my hands here. I'm shaking too much. One thing Rome has more of than probably pizza stores is credit unions. Credit union, credit union, credit unions. Moe's, Ollie's, Dollar Tree. Ollie's is now located where Herb Phillipson's used to be, and Herb's used to be on West Dominick Street, and when they moved up here to the boulevard, their business just disappeared completely. Of course, a lot of their customers was the U.S. Air Force, and when Griffiths Air Force Base squadrons like the 416th Bomb Wing moved, Herb Phillipson's just went downhill. Doggy. Ruff, ruff. Huh. Cute dog. And I don't know what they're doing in here. I thought they were going to put in a cell tower, but they put a cell tower right there. So maybe another cell tower, maybe some apartments. It seems Rome is really in love with building apartments. Car wash. Rome has more of them than convenience stores. Car washes. I really did drink a lot of coffee. Even my legs are shaking. Of course, I had coffee today because I only got about 2.5 hours of sleep. So I went back on the caffeine and my body is just not used to it. Up in here on the side of Price Chopper in the summertime, yeah, you get homeless camps, which explains the trash back here. That used to be a big homeless camp, and then they, I don't know, somebody set fire to it, and now the trash is just all over the place. What would be nice though, let me stop here. What would be nice though right in here is if the Parks Department just cuts all these weeds down, like say once a month, just flatten it. Because if there's no privacy, the homeless aren't going to camp out in here along the river. And you're not going to see trash constantly flowing down the river from them. Just an idea. Plus it kind of creeps me out at times knowing they're camping in there. Ooh, irises. I can see the white, the yellow. Got a duck over there. Wherever there's water, there's ducks. All the plants are coming up. One day of 60-degree weather and they just pop up. A lot of mosquitoes in that swamp in the summer, and a lot of frogs. It's just deafening in here when it's humid out at night. Took 1 week, just all gone. But the Mohawk River is pretty quiet, and it actually gets much more shallow than this because you can actually just walk right out to the middle of it around here and not get your feet wet. But more rain tonight, more rain tomorrow, more rain the day after that, so that's not going to be possible. What I always like looking for, fossils. And to see what is That's where the new YMCA was going to get built, and the YMCA didn't have the money to complete it, so they stopped building. Idiots. It's kind of like the Rome Humane Society raising enough money years ago to build a new facility right within the city, not outside of the city as the current one is, and they haven't done a thing. First they hyped up all this news, oh, we're going to build it here, we're going to build it there, and then nothing. So what they exactly did with the money is anyone's guess. I think they spent it. Runners. More construction. This is, I guess now they're going to put apartments in here. But it's not really a nature trail anymore. By the way, I'm having an executive order signed. We're going to rename this trail the American Patriot Trail. But it's not really a trail anymore with all this housing crap being put in next to it. I mean, it's just not. But I mean, they're building it right up to the trail. I mean, how is it a nature trail anymore? A nature trail is something where, you know, there just isn't much humans, dwellings near it. Now every nature trail these days has apartments and condos and everything else. And big dogs. Ruff, ruff.
Good job. Thank you.
Let's see what's down here. This is another road they built recently. We'll check it out. I've checked it out once at night because, well, there was people camping in here, as you can see with the trash. But surprisingly, and I don't see it anymore, there was, well, I think it's still up there. Nope, it is not. There was an osprey nest right in here. That was about 1.5 years ago. And yeah, it's not there anymore. So either the ospreys moved out, or I think they just moved out. They got tired of the heavy machinery. But as you can see, another homeless camp. But I think the construction kind of moved them out. But I guess they're going to develop all this, which no reason to cut down. No harm, no foul. Plus, cedar trees provide a lot of weather protection. Gotta have weather protection in New York State. Houses over there. But all this, there used to be houses along here. I mean, just right next to each other, just maybe 10 feet of space. But now all you see is just the old foundations of them. And this was all Air Force housing, all of it. And after the Air Force left, I think the last time some of these houses in here got used was by the security, the rent-a-cops hired by Woodstock for the Woodstock concert on Griffiths in 1999. Venezio Construction bought it afterwards, and they just tore all this down, obliterated it all, which it needed to be. I mean, Rome, New York had this grandiose idea that it was going to rehab all these houses, but you can't rehab a house when you've got tons of black mold, rats, bats, skunks, raccoons, feces all over the place in the houses, because they were just simply uncared for, you know, 2 decades. Venezio Construction was smart enough just to tear them all down, though. I mean, it was a health hazard. I like to have those in my yard. Wow, something.